Okay, we are live streaming. So we are, Geshe stopped on verse 39 last week, which is page 14, and Shantideva's Guide to Bodhisattva's Way of Life. And we're on the chapter on disclosure of evil is what it is the name in the book.
Oh, Mojo looks nice and comfy.
Geshe here.
Oh yeah, please have a seat. Yeah, Alhamdulillah.
So, Geshe, may I start the prayers now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Gosum gupe gone chazelo Yesham yitu cheti malubu Tomene saditun tam cheshag Kepa gewanam la jeirang Korwa matom badule june Dola cheki kolo korwadang. Da shengen han job chu chen poengo. Now the short mandala offering. Sa shi perki shu shing metog tam ni rabli shi ni degen pader sangye jing du mik te ua Idokun dak Shing la che pashok Jetsun lama dampa kenam Kicher kukala Ken se chujin chi Jidar sampe du zima la jab cherki sharpa wap to sel idam guru ratamadala kamnirya tayami.
Sanje chodang soje chodang. Chanjo pardon dane jabon dage cheshe njebe sunam. Dola penje sanje ndoba sho. Sanje chodang soje chodang la chanjo pardon dane jabon dage cheshe njebe sunam je dola penje sanje ndoba. Sanje chodang soje chodang la chanjo pardon dane jabon dagi chushe jebe sunam je dola penje ada ala me na me je obada jaje la so chushe so la chawa jaban 사제요 소라라도 되게 되게 뭔데다 시에 담배 시에 되는데 남을 하에 깨달로다 내중에 뒤보다다 매게 나도 관계 투쟁에서 내가 다와던 게 bombe에 담배 슌는데 고담대로 차세 뭐야 yeah, Venerable Hamula, good evening. Venerable Tenzin Lamo, good evening. Karen, good evening. Ryan, good evening.
Crazy.
Peter, good evening. Patiji, good evening. Jill, good evening. Dan, good evening. Geshe or Michael, good evening. Karma, good evening. Paul, Cameron, good evening. Rashidele, Sandra, Alex, Jeffy, good evening. Nico, good evening. Oh, Venerable also, I'm sure, good evening. Happy to see. Oh, David, good evening. Renee, good evening. Helen, good evening. Chitra Matra, good evening. Oh, good evening, Liu, Michelle Hill, Kondo, anybody watching on YouTube, good evening. So now, the importance of purifications. Why purification is so important? Why we cannot wait? You can say we cannot stall. We cannot stall. Or maybe I'm going to apologize tomorrow. Maybe I'm going to say sorry tomorrow. Not like we cannot wait. Why? Because the reason here has been given and quite in details. Nizendeba yomiba tsetitata gujeje. Nema gune yom nemba gune omena dada chiwa chimi chos. Tsetitata gube den diwan. Nemba gune chuse san. Nemba gune. Hamla, can you read the English version, please?
Verse 40, while I am lying in bed, although surrounded by my friends and relatives, the feeling of life being severed will not be experienced by me alone.
Okay, so the first one is finished, right? First one is done.
We finished quite a few verses on death.
Oh, right before this is done.
Yes, Geshe, you finished remaining neither day or night. Yeah.
Dani mana doshi do nishi kunji takocha soja payo soda dani chikunji. Yeah, something to know like these are all very important message to remind ourselves, if it's possible, on daily basis, if not at least once a week or something, that make sure that we don't freak by our lives, make sure our lives not going to be freaked by a thought, oh, I'm going to be here forever. It's not that thought is not very beneficial when it's come down on purifications. So you may postpone your purification practice tomorrow, then tomorrow, then next week, next month. So we cannot afford that. So right away. So there's a whole meaning of this, reminding us is to purify right away. Should not wait. Also, why purify? Because you don't feel good. Why you continue living a life with feeling unpleasant feeling. So that's why it's very important to purify them. Okay. Dani mana doshi do nishe kunji takunji soje payo sogo dani jibinyo. This is all fact. This is all fact. 나니 기분용한 주로서다 신제 본의 symbol 년지 집에 시집해서. So next two lines, please, not the whole four line, next two lines.
When seized by the messengers of death, what benefit will friends and relatives afford?
소나 마치나 치외세 다기 말난 독신도 신이 지도 지도처럼. So now this is what is the core message here is to create merit much as possible, purify much as possible. So these two important things, this matters, time of death. Time of death. These two practices very much important and also play a very important role, time of death. Beside that, nothing else is much beneficial. So that's the fact. So the marginal chief done mana doshindo nishi chita one. So you have experience, I have experience, you already lost loved one from your life, I already lost someone from my life. So we all have experience, no need any evidence to any proof. No need to prove that we all experience. They chewa는 게 타고야 소치비 소원 농안 다니 집이 요시 문제 되네. 지바세제베 마세 집에 셔수 진지 신제 보내서 말니 집에 시지 집에 최바시기 잡서 줘봐. So your practice, if you manage to create some merit, if you manage to purify, so based on deeper understanding of impermanent, so that's the only that matters. Other than that, nothing else, house, car, cell phone, friends, all of that, can't do much. So that does not mean they should not do anything. They will do, but the best if you do, that's the best. And of course, after when we pass away, continuing 49-day ceremony after then 1 year ceremony. This is all good, for them, the deceased people, and also good for us. That's the best method to overcome grief. Grief is the price that we pay for love, or feeling of closeness. That's the price you pay. Not just you, everybody pays that. So the best way to overcome, if you feel like you do something positive, you do something good, that's the only way to overcome from the grief or sadness or grief, or doing something good, inviting, monks, nuns, and also doing pujas. So then you feel good, so that helps you to overcome grief. Also, benefit the deceased people. Milarepa said it very clearly. Milarepa said, Milarepa experienced that. So, Milarepa is a hermit, so move from place to place, mountain to mountain to meditate. So then one winter, there's so much snow, and people in the village, they assume now they probably they went to look for Milarepa, so they can even get through that, through the mountain. There's so much snow, and they don't see anything, even the animals, so they assume the Milarepa is already dead. So they start to do the 49-day ceremony. People take that very seriously to benefit the deceased consciousness. So they did that. Then after that, snow melted down a little bit. So they went again to look for maybe probably Milarepa's body. So then they saw one deer. So then they thought, if the deer is alive, maybe there's chance, maybe Milarepa might be alive. So they went deeper into the mountain, So they found Milarepa meditating there. So then they, burst into tears and told the stories. Then Milarepa told them, last 49 days, I never felt hungry. I never felt hungry. Milarepa said, so this ceremony definitely benefit. Milarepa has no reason to lie. But when is the best time to create merit? When you're healthy, when we are sick, it's hard to create any merit. I mean, like verbally, physically, it's hard to create merit. When there's pain in your body, so then, it's hard to even generate positive thought unless you are used to generating positive thought long period of time. So then it's very possible, even though you have this disease, you can still think something positive. Generally speaking, it's not that easy because body and mind is very much, connected. So best time is when you are healthy, so then you create merit much as possible throughout the day, or then purify, so same thing, purifying, creating merit, the same thing. So this is the only two things that really matter in time of death, and of course after death. Okay, quite important. That's so not much with jivas, so then next two line, please, Samala.
My merit alone shall protect me then, but upon that I have never relied.
Maybe many reasons, maybe you have idea, not really supported by any valid base. It's just your idea. Oh, I'm going to be here. Maybe I'm still very young, blah, 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 blah. Or maybe when I retire, I'm going to probably create some merit. Not now. Now I'm very busy. So now I have so many things to do. Or moving furniture in my house, this is much more important than creating a merit. Maybe it's not, So moving furniture in your house can be wait. Doesn't have to be to now. Maybe you can, 5 minutes, you can just do some practice. So like that. So this thought is very deceiving. It follows you till on your deathbed. It follows. It's hoping that you're not going to die. So that not much benefit. But thinking that every day is last day, you get some benefit. You get some benefit. Does not mean it's going to be your last day. It doesn't mean that it will be last day. But you get, it kind of shapes your. It's kind of like how you say. So it makes you. It helps you to make better choice. Better choice. No, then there's some just kind of this regretting, now realizing if there's some merit, maybe I can rely on, but there's no merit because I didn't create one, because I thought, I will be I thought I'm going to live for up to 100 years or something like that. Oh yeah, so this is Jamroda Chudu so Nam Chibu Jabji Chorina Tiandaki Madan to share Yawamachi with Jabas, regretting not doing anything physically, mentally, verbally, anything positive. Anything positive. Then Lama Kundar, which said, not here, Lama Kundar, Lord Dawadilla Dinangis. Lord Dawadilla Dinangis, or this year, this month, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, and then that, and then maybe sometime next year, I will start spiritual practice. Maybe I'll start to do something positive next year. This year, this month, there are so many things to take care. Lord Dawadilla Dinangis. Le Chaje Chazo Chuchinis. Oh, I'm going to fix this, I'm going to do that. many things. Then after that, I'm going to do some maybe spiritual practice. These are all deceiving thought. These are all the thought that's like not helping you at all. It's like kind of deceiving you. Deceiving. You may think, oh, I'm going to meditate tomorrow, but that may not wait. That may come today, but you are thinking maybe going to do tomorrow. So now don't trick yourself. Don't trick yourself. If you want to do some spiritual practice, do it now, today. Don't think like you're going to do tomorrow. Do now, today. So Lama Kungdang, Tibetan Master Kungdang Rinpoche has this like bundle of advice to the practitioners. The Lama Kungdang Rinpoche put list of advice to the practitioners and also make sure they don't like trick themselves or thinking, oh, maybe I'm going to do tomorrow. Maybe there will be no tomorrow, maybe that will come today. So therefore, don't trick yourself, don't fool yourself. If you want to do it now, today. Doesn't matter how long, doesn't matter. At least do something. Then Gibeto Gombo Pame, Dakini, Gibatinda, Masan, Mita, Sidi, Chedoda, Dibama Bunyardos. So next one, please, Samula.
Oh, protectors, so unconcerned.
Maybe this is not the best. Actually, generally speaking, this is really, really important. The message. Time-wise, probably that's not the best time to talk. Come back from work, get tired. But this is the best. This is the best message. Hard to hear, but that's the truth. This is the truth. So then, Jiden Chawa, mundane chores, is like old person mustache. More you cut, more it grow. You can't cut it with idea, oh, they'll never grow again. No, that's mistaken. It will grow again. More you cut, more it grows. So that's the mundane chores. It will never end. It will never end. So think about that. That's very true. It never end. Never end. So what that means, it means it's important to, if that's the case, it will never end. You have to accept it's never going to end. You have to accept. Then what I should do, maybe save some time for creating merit. It's important because these things are never going to end. Oh yeah. Yeah, then Lamala, please read. So this is all from the Kungdang, Master Kungdang advice.
Verse 42, O protectors, I so unconcerned, unaware of such terror as this, accumulated a great deal of negative action for the sake of this transient life.
So now, whether we are going to read each and every word or not, but this is all about impermanent. Why the impermanent message is here in the purification practice? We cannot wait. We cannot wait. So that means if you're telling yourself, oh, do it tomorrow, that means you're fooling yourself. You should not do that. If you want to apologize, do it now. If you want to forgive someone, just now. Now is the time. So like many years ago, when the plane went to Twin Towers, so there are some people, they survived. So then journalists interviewing them. So what they say, they feel the urge to say, if they want to say, I love you, you cannot wait because you never know. bright light day, you have no idea. You have no idea what's going to happen, but you have idea that you are going to there. Maybe I apologize. I'm going to say sorry. I'm going to say I love you. Maybe next year something, all of a sudden something happened. You almost died, died. So now you thought, oh, if you want to say something nice, better to say it now. You never know what's going to happen. Very true. So that's what we need to remember. Impermanent. Because of death and impermanent, we cannot wait. When it's come down on purifications or creating merit, we cannot wait. So mundane chores is never going to end. Except that it's never going to end. What it means we save some time for meditations or practice or to engage in some verbal, physical, and mental positive deeds. Okay. And then that's what you are terrible treasure. There's a kakam mixa nyan lazo ngale shen the junana shinje puni jijite. Shazu junju zunju jijine tepjaba rabdu nyamda mechiko. Nothing to be discouraged. This all message is to help you to encourage you to go up, go higher, go up. There's nothing to be depressed, there's nothing to be depressed. So using your day and your precious lives and try to get the most out of this precious human life. So that is the core message. Use your precious human life. It is so precious, so meaningful, so difficult to find. Make sure you don't waste. So that's the message we should get. Not like they say, I feel bad, I'm going to die, I'm going to die tonight. That's another message. What is the message? Use this preciousness. Use this preciousness. Don't waste. So that's the message we should get. Physically, verbally, mentally being negative, and that's exactly how you're wasting your precious human life, because you are getting nothing positive out of this precious human life. The word that you say is negative. Thought that comes up is negative. Physically, that you do something that's negative. So that's exactly what it means, how you waste your precious human life, or that precious human life slipping through your head by doing nothing. So it's not just about thinking about just think about death. Okay. Underneath this underlying message is to get the most out of this precious human life, and plus not to waste. Okay. Oh, that's the message we should get. Yeah, lamula dine jijin newa neji tip jubu rabdu nyanda mechikos.
Verse 40.
Let's go, lamula, 1 second. So why these are so many stanzas, line after line, talk about death? Oh, it's important. Why? We get lazy. Do we get lazy? We get lazy. Because we have these ideas, tomorrow. No evidence, no guarantee. It's just our ideas. That's how we get lazy. So therefore, many Katama masters, before they teach any teaching, moment they sit down on their throne or their seat, what they are meditating on, they are thinking about death. They're thinking about this could be the last moment. It's your choice to think something good, say something nice, think something positive, do something good. That's your choice, So that doesn't mean it's going to be the last one, but it's mentally like, so that's why you don't get lazy. You don't get lazy. You don't get lazy. It doesn't mean you should, like super worry about that. Doesn't help. So, and just think, just think. There's like why we get lazy according to Lamrim teaching, because we don't think about impermanent in daily basis. That's why we get lazy. We get lazy. So just think about that. Is that true? Just think about it. That's true. Yeah, so now Lamla put his read, so I'm not going to explain. So I already explained the important message of all this, like here, what Master Shantideva says. What we need to remember is to get the most out of this precious human life, much as possible. That's the essence. That's the essence. Essence is not about, just to worry about, I'm going to die, I'm going to die tomorrow, tonight, and be like sad. Then you are not understanding. Then we are not understanding what Shantideva was trying to say. We are not understanding. Okay. Yeah, Lamula, so read. I'm not going to interrupt. Sorry.
Verse 43, petrified is the person, today being led to a torture chamber, with dry mouth and dreadful sunken eyes. His entire appearance is transfigured.
Yeah, please continue, read.
Oh, what need to mention the tremendous despair when stricken with the disease of great panic, being classed by the physical forms of the frightful messengers of death.
Then, 타반이지 지네 매매가지 제거는 되잘라서 내제 답을 매지 보스. So I said this time-wise, this is not the best time to read. Or time-wise, so everybody's kind of tired coming back from work, but oh yeah. So now the neji pay is a divan to Django Bala Sumje. Taman neji jignayas, maybe ngashi chegana dojala so neja neja taba meji goes in all this, afflicted mind, according to Buddhism, is all this afflicted mind, disturbing thought is considered as a disease. It's considered as a disease. All this, disturbing thought, afflictions, technically what they call afflictions, in your moment it rises, it kind of makes you unhappy, unpleasant. So there's the definition of klesha or afflicted mind or disturbing thought, So when we get some kind of physical problems, then what we do, we go to see doctors. So then doctors, doctors checked all your part of the physical body. So then doctor will say, oh, this and this, there's something wrong here and there. So then prescribe medications. So then tells you, okay, one after breakfast, one before lunch, or things like that, no instructions. So then you take, so then you will be free from whatever that physical problems. Generally speaking, then you are overcome from that, you achieve the freedom from that disease. Similarly, all the disturbing thought is considered as a disease. We need to we need to go to see a doctor. In this case, the doctor is Shakyamuni Buddha or Dharma teachings. So then you read, what I should do when I pass into anger, like, what I can do because there's so much pain caused by being angry. So I really don't like that. Is there anything I can do? So then you're thinking about practicing patience. So then you're thinking about, then you read how to practice patience, like why I get so irritated, so upset, so easily, what kind of practice. Then you think, you read, then you practice patience. Slowly, it's getting harder and harder you to get angry. Take longer and longer you to get angry because your practice is like liberating you from the pain of anger. So similar. So then anything like disturbing thought, that's the last thing that we need. We don't need any of those disturbing thoughts. So we are hoping that you will be liberated or free from all the disturbing thought. That's the goal. That's what you are hoping. That's what you're dreaming, wishing to be liberated. So there's like here, so I'm just skipping quite a bit of stanzas, so that's what I would read. Hamaniji Jinayas was the normal people when they have disease. So you follow the instructions or like instructions, guidelines of your physicians. Similarly, if you are having, if you don't feel good because of the disturbing thought, so you need to go to see the doctors. So the Shakyamuni Buddha is the doctors, the teachers. So the Dharma is the medicines. So then you take that, then you overcome. Okay? This is the one message goes. Take zamni na nebe miku la chena, teta so meshi ni chonokuni minyenas. So Dharma is considered Dharma as a medicine. Dharma as a medicine. Because when you listen to Dharma, so that you have to have six types of attitude. Shakyamuni Buddha, of course, is like founder of the Buddhist path. Seeing him as a physician. Dharma is an actual remedy or medicine. So Sangha is like nurse. So then there's three. So then you follow the instructions that provided by physicians. So then that's how you get well. Physicians, medicine, nurse. That you have to have will. You have to have will to be healthy. Okay. So Amula, you remember the sixth attitude? Sixth attitude. Nini juni panchalas, nini shijas. Disease needs to be understood or like diagnosed. Nini shija. I think that's like the Uttara Tantra, the text composed by Metteyya Buddha, Uttara Tantra, or Ornament of Mind and Discourse, one of those texts, I don't remember clearly, one of those texts, the Metteyya Buddha said, Neni Shijas, the disease needs to be diagnosed or understood. Neji Ju, cause of disease is something that needs to be abandoned. Neni Shija, Neji Ju Panchalas. Many tencha, the medicine is something they need you to be taking. It's not like if you're sleeping with the medicines, probably not going to help. The medicine needs to be taken. Or just reading the prescriptions. So then in this Shanti there was Luigi did that just need to put into practice. Just talking. Shanti Deva said, not here in this some chapter. Luigi did that need to implement or put into practice. Just merely talking is not going to help. Mention a lot about something is just reduce the prescriptions. That's how you heal. No, just reading the prescriptions. You are going to heal by taking the prescription, not just reading the prescriptions. That's not how people heal. So that's like putting the pills underneath the pillow. That's not how you're going to heal. You need to take. So reading the prescription, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening, but meanwhile not taking, that's not going to heal. So the Shanti Devas, I'm not just making this up. Shanti Devas said, Luigi did that, Chebasha, Tisam Jebi, Chishibis, Minjur Lava, Samjina, Nabadala, Pinjur. Just reading of prescriptions. Will that help patients? No. The patient needs to take the medications. Similarly, here, implementing as knowledge, has knowledge, then integrations, then liberations. Integration, then liberations. So knowledge, integration, then liberations. Okay. Chungulaya Paya Napa Chapena, Pazeton to Lua, Uri as a Mechipos. Tarikona Mishi Devaduba, Rumai, Dan never do the miserable junior. Dala Miji Sui just Dilly Chida Geta, the miserable major not Chida. So now this is many. Okay. So rest of the message is all about impermanent, death impermanent. So what we should understand reading this rest of the message. So it's very important to don't fool yourself with ideas that you can do tomorrow. That's probably deceiving. So there's something to remember. And so now purification practice based on the Sudayana. So then, like building a holy object, reciting mantra, reciting sutras, cleaning around the holy object, building statues, temples, stupas, going around the stupas, cleaning around the holy object, and then reciting any kind of mantras, So then meditating on shunyata, emptiness. These are all the method how to purify, okay? Building, writing sutra, reading sutras, so seeing holy object, cleaning altar, shrine, all of that, meditating, reciting mantra, reciting sutra. These are all purification practice. It's not that hard. It's very doable. It's not that hard. It won't take hours and hours. It can be done short period of time. So if you really don't want to live with this bad feeling, so that's a way to overcome. So then the 4 powers, something to learn. After when you learn, there's something to remember when you purify. So among those 4 powers, so the one of the most powerful one is regret, not guilt, regret. Regret in a sense that you say that you accidentally swallow some poison. Somebody else already dead, swallowing the same poison, somehow you didn't die. So now you really regret that means like strong regret, not just regret, strong regret. There's the one power. So then not repeat. Why you repeat? Because it's hurting you. Why you repeat is hurting you. It's not just about religious belief. It's hurting you first, it's hurting you. So why you do again? Why you repeat? Doesn't make sense. Why you do something that makes you feel bad? Why you do? Doesn't make sense. Don't you want to feel better? Don't you want to feel good? If you want to feel good, why you do something that makes you feel bad or feel horrible? Why you do? Doesn't make sense. So then that means not repeat. No. In the first place, why you don't do, it doesn't feel good. So we know better. We should become smarter. We should not do something that makes you feel bad. And you should not repeat that because it makes you continue to feel bad. Doesn't make sense. So now the power of object, not the power of regret, the power of commitment, power of object, generally speaking, like imagining sitting in front of the holy object, Shakyamuni Buddha, your teacher, Tara, Green Tara, Vajra Yogini, Avalokita Sharava, doesn't matter, whatever, whomever you visualize, and you are visualizing them space before you, then you are being very 100% honest and admit what you did wrong. Sincerely admit, because you want to feel better. That's the way to feel better. Be honest, admit, accept, admit, regret, make some kind of commitment, not going to repeat, maybe next hour, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next month, next year, slowly. Feeling good doesn't come automatically. You have to do something. Otherwise everybody feels good all the time. That's not happening because it needs some work. So now the power of object generally refers to holy object. It doesn't have to be holy object. If you hurt someone, you should not wait. Oh, I'm going to apologize. I'm going to say sorry, maybe next month. Why we cannot wait? Shantideva said in the very end of the chapter, stanza after stanzas, reminding us, you can afford to wait. Don't trick yourself following this deceiving thought. So one I just said before, somebody interviewing someone who survived because of the tragedy, the first thing this person said is like, they realize if you want to say something nice, better say now. You never know. You never know. Oh, that's like same idea. You can't wait. You can't wait. Oh, you can't wait. Oh. So power of object, if you fall down on the ground, you have to stand up from the ground, leaning on the ground. Similarly, if you hurt someone, feeling, sincerely apologize and say sorry. So ego may not like that, but ego is dictating us since from the beginning it's time to now. So now is the time to liberate yourself from your ego. Liberate yourself from your ego. It's been too long time-wise. No? Then power of antidote, as I already mentioned, reading sutra, reciting mantra, cleaning shrine, walking around the shrine and like temple, stupa, cleaning around the stupas, meditating on bodhicitta, loving kindness, compassion. Shunyata is directly mentioned, meditating on that, reciting sutra, reading sutra, writing sutras, mantras, all of that. Building holy object, helping to build holy object, and going there to clean, So, and if you are close by from the Kadamba Center, we have beautiful stupa there. So build it there for you to come there to go around. And if you see some kind of not clean, you can clean. And with the thought that you are doing this, cleaning all the disturbing thought of all mother sentient beings, then you create a huge amount of merit. The moment you create merit, purifies. whether you label that as a purification practice or not, it purifies. Any merit you create, it purifies. So then if you go around, now they built very nice path around the center. You can walk, you can bring your dog, you can help them to create some merit. Why? Because inside the center, the statues filled with the mantras, and there's entire Buddha's teaching, Lama Tsongkhapa's teachings, his main two disciples, all the teachings, everything's there. Can you imagine? Then how much merit you create. So, as I mentioned, like in Patagonia, there's like 35 feet inline stupas built. So there's local people, they are not Buddhists. So they come there, and I encourage them to come down. I say, you can, they drink mate, you know mate? Probably, yeah, you know Cameron mate. There's some kind of like green, really like strong drink, they drinks. I told them, it's a very good place to drink mate, you know. So they come with the mate, so then you can go around. So it's not that hard. See, you like to drink mate, you bring your mate, they bring thermos in their small cup. Just go around, just drink and go around. Look at the stupa, go around. Some people there mentioned to the person who's like wanted the stupa, mentioned that they feel good. I'm not surprised, because entire Buddha's teachings sitting inside that stupa, in that stupa. You know, you don't have to say anything, it benefits them. You don't have to say anything, it benefits. You don't need I don't need to say anything. So, and you know, these people are not Buddhists. I don't think they lie. So some of them comes every day, almost every day. Particularly there's one French man living in Patagonia. So he comes there all the time. And I think now he's passed away, or he's around. He asked his wife, if he dies, he wants her to bring his ashes around the stupa, because he feels so good going around, peaceful. Because this entire teaching is dedicated for the well-being of all mother sentient beings. That's what all this teaching is about, the well-being of all mother sentient beings, liberation, enlightenment, the best. So this entire teaching is about that. So why not? You feel good. Oh. So if you live close by, you can come to the center, walk around the stupa, bring your pet, help them some, create merit. Oh. Before I don't believe that, now I do, because like my cat, Ninja, you know, some of you met, I have like cat, came to Raleigh because of the storm, like hurricane in New Orleans, they hit many, many years ago, came to our house. And eventually the boy let me keep that cat, Ninja. So I take Ninja around my altars before I need to give her some treat to trick her to come around. Eventually she learned, we become so close. So she looks at me, so first place she looked at altar, because I'm going around the altar. She follows. No need, no treat, follows. After 3 rounds, then she does all kind of cleaning things, all kind of things to get distracted, cleaning ears or maybe licking. One time, Julie was at our house in the morning going around. Julie felt like somebody following. Look at this, my cat, Ninja. Ninja used to go around the altar. Wow, when she died, I was teaching in California in the Vajrapani Center. And Geshe Sangpo called me, I asked Geshe Sangpo to play some teachings. Geshe Sangpo, the Ninja was like laying in the bathroom, her bathroom, barely breathing. An altar room up there, up stairs, there's a number of stairs. Geshe Sangpo went to do something, came back, Ninja already somehow got out of her bathroom, went all the way to the altar room. So facing the face towards the window, outside window, and breathing. So then after the Geshe somebody did something, somehow ninja turn again, altar, towards the altar. Geshe somebody people won't believe, people will not believe. Ninja's hand is like this, and like towards the altar. So Ninja went around with all this holy object probably more than 100 times. Every day goes through 4 or 5 times with me. Every day, every single day. So the power of the holy object, it's not that difficult. You can bring your coffee, tea, come to the center. There'll be no, during the weekday, there'll be not many people. You can sit, go around, take your pet. You create so much merit, so much merit. You create this particular merit, it's called Parva Chadin Geshe. Merit that's similar to the liberations. So that merit is not going to be destroyed. See, if you go with like altruistic attitude, then your merit multiplies. So easy, and purifies. Okay. Power of object, generally speaking, refers to holy object. So then power of antidote, cleaning, going around the holy object, reciting mantra, meditating on loving kindness, bodhicitta, shunyata. Oh, the power of object. So, so then strong regret. Should not rejoice that hurting someone. There's really nothing to rejoice. And unfortunately people do, but it's not deep down, you don't feel good, but you don't admit. Contrary, how is the contrary? How is it?
Contrary.
Yeah, contrary, you say, I feel great, but deep down, how you can feel good hurting someone is almost impossible. How you can feel good. If you be honest with yourself, you don't feel good deep down, but you say you feel great, but it's not. So, four power is very important to remember. Okay, 4 power. Power of object, power of antidote, power of regret, then power of commitment, some kind of commitment. These are the 4 power that helps you to overcome from feeling that unpleasant feeling you're holding on so long. No good. According to Lama Tsongkhapa, the brief Lamrim, or sometimes called a song of experience. No, I don't remember. Lamcho Dubla, Tsini Tsare Des, Manye Pado, such a Miowe, Tia Masame Julas. Without this body, it's hard to purify, hard to do purification in practice. It's very true. Without this body, it's hard to do purification in practice. You don't see, so that's what I'm saying. You bring your pet when you go around the street, but they don't know how to purify it. You can help them to purify, bring them around. Without this body, it's hard to purify, create merit. That's why you to look around. Did you ever saw that your squirrel in your backyard purifying, creating merit? Did you ever saw squirrel in your backyard creating merit, purifying? Hard to say. This is the best. This body is equipped with for you to achieve full enlightenment, liberation. This body is fully equipped with you to be liberated and achieve full enlightenment. There's no question. This the base has all the quality you needed in order to achieve liberation and full enlightenment. This has everything. This has all. Lama Tsonga Basa. Lamjo Dula, Tsini Tsami, Manya Pato Sajumi, Tia Masami Jula. Therefore, it's good to create the cause for this kind of life in the future. Oh. Tia Masami Jula. Gosum Digdung Time Baba this. You don't always, that's the fact. Not being liberated from samsara, you cannot expect, or right from the beginning, my speech will be noble, my physical action will be noble, my thought will be noble. No, that's not going to happen. No. There'll be a lot of mistakes, You don't feel good, you say something out of anger, so then jealousy, pride, arrogant. Yeah, throughout our life, so we make a lot of mistake. When your body, speech, and mind is like stain. Don't live like that. Lama Tsongkhapa encouraging us, don't live like that. Purify. Therefore, Lama Tsongkhapa's purification is very, very critical, very important. It's vital part of our better life. It's a vital part of our better life. Talk about ledip jo nature. Ledip jong means purify. All this feeling, negative feeling generated by verbal action, mental action, physical actions need to purify. You cannot live with that. Continuously feeling bad. And like precious human life has been wasted. Purify. How about ledip jong nature is very, very important. Nature, Nengache is very critical, is vital, is very important. Very important, no? How about ledip jong nature juntos every day? Every day rely on 4 powers. 4 power. I just explained 4 power. I myself did this practice. And I'm begging you to do the same thing. If you are someone seeking freedom from samsara or liberation from samsara, do that. Because I myself did that, and you do the same. So Lama Tsongkhapa Hoka, there's not very far from Lhasa, there's a place called Hoka, where Lama Tsongkhapa did millions of prostrations, millions of mantra offerings, using a piece of rock, so you can still see that part of rock in somewhere, the shrine in some temple in central Tibet. So, therefore, Lama Tsongkhapa lifestyle for us is critical instructions how to liberate ourselves. All the great masters' life story for us is not just life story. It's for us like really critical instructions how to liberate yourself. So, every day remind yourself of the 4 power. I myself practice like that, and you do the same thing. Okay? Lama Tsongkhapa said. So today, what else? Any questions? Are you all familiar with the 4 powers? Maybe Lamula, would you mind to say in English, in your English, good English, the 4 power?
The power of regret,
Oh.
power of restraint, power of the object or refuge, and the power of the antidote or remedy.
So these are, Lama Tsongkhapa said, not just Lama Tsongkhapa, Lama Adisha, Junto means every day. Topshi, four power. Someone temperatures, make sure that four power is there. Whether you are doing 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 10 minutes, or maybe 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes in the afternoon, 2 minutes in the evening. Just remember the four power. Otherwise, what else you do? Just talk. You don't have to accept that. You can analyze. Buddha give you full freedom to analyze. Of course, Lama Tsongkhapa also give you full freedom to analyze. What else you do in order to overcome from the bad feeling? What do you do? What else you do to feel good? It's kind of like as a Buddhist, when you do purification practice, you think about what you did wrong. You don't go with this mindset every day. When you're about to do laundry, if you think about the dirty cloth, there may be some benefit. You may clean them. But thinking about dirty cloth all the time, there's no benefit. If you're not going to do laundry, why you think about dirty cloth? When you're about to do laundry, if you think about some clothes that's not clean, so maybe more like you're going to clean them. So then after that, you feel good, you feel clean. So similarly, you don't walk with this kind of mindset or with guilt and feeling bad. No benefit. What is the benefit? There's no benefit. When you're about to do some purification practice, then you deliberately, voluntarily think about what I did wrong, physically, mentally, or verbally. So then, instead of feeling bad, at the end you feel good. You feel very things that makes you feel bad. This moment, you are thinking about the very thing that is making you feeling bad. Instead, in the end of the practice, instead of feeling bad, you feel good. Otherwise, what else you do? What else we do? What else we do? What else? I mean, freedom from that bad feeling, not just pretending it's not there. It's just ignoring or pretending or like that's not going to help. That's not going to help. Sooner or later, it will come up. It will come up. In order to purify, what else we can do? What else? Okay. Yeah. So with that, probably now today I'm also a little bit tired. So. Any questions? You have any questions? If anybody has any questions, so then you can ask. Otherwise, I will end my class here today. And if you have no question, I will end the class. So then next Wednesday, curriculum, maybe somebody can ask what you like to learn, next Wednesday. Yeah, you can you can vote. You can vote. You can vote and see what you want to learn, and please tell our SPC. So then I will teach that. Okay. Oh yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. So then Lamula dedications.
Saji perki shushing metog tamri rablishi ni degen paru sange jingdu mi te uwa Idokunam dak shin la che pashok Jesu lame kuterapten Shinam kachinle chochur gebarang lozan tempe demesasum Kido wemunsal tatu negyuchik idam guru ratamatalakam niryatayami. Gewadi nududak lama sange tukyune dowa chikyang malupa dei sala gepasho Janchu Sencho Rinpoche Make Panam Kegyuchik Kewanyam Pame Payang Gone Gondu Power Show Jampo Power Jita Kempadang Kudu Zampo Deyan Dejinte Deda Kunki Jesu Dalo Chir Gewa Dita Tanchirap Tungo Dusun shepe gewa tanche ki ngawa gano chodu ngapade dashe gewe tawa di kunkyan sampo chuchu rap tu ngawa gi. Dagi jine sape gewa di tenda dowa kunda gampe dan kepa jetsun losan da pai tempe nimpo rindu selje sho. Gandirawe corporation come to pendan dewa malu shungwene Chere Sigwan Tenzing Yatsoi Jape Site Badu Tengyu Chi Jonuia Nala Wangsho Tu Awatare Tembara Sopa Losangewe Deton Lek Paksho Josho Gengyu Lama Sowa De Tupsu Chan Jin Jan Gengewe Tenzing Kepewe Kunze Do Poze Choksum Kudwele Guntudu Hadak So Du Jek and Du Japten Shok Taritu re soha 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 Taritu re soha
Oh yeah, thank you very much. All of you have a wonderful night. So I'm thinking maybe next Wednesday, maybe Vajrasattva practice together. I'll guided meditation for Vajrasattva practice. Okay? Next Wednesday, guided meditation. So probably Vajrasattva practice. All right? So they'll vote next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, maybe next Wednesday. Okay? Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Joshua.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you, Joshua.
Good night,
Thank you,
Geshe-la.
Thank you,
Good night.
Karen.
Thank you,
All right,
Geshe.
Joshua.